G'day humans, Chris Dead here. I'm on the road. Today I'm in Osaka, Japan, and I'm staying here at the OMO Kansai Airport Hotel, which is part of the Hoshino Resorts group. OMO is kind of their urban brand, and for kind of that inner city experience. And yeah, this is their airport hotel. I'm going to take you on a full tour and a full review of everything this place has to offer. It's a great airport hotel, really quirky place. Got some really lovely design touches, some really interesting spaces, a crazy public bath, awesome rooftop, and really interesting quirky rooms which are really going to pull you straight into Japanese culture seconds after you step off the plane. Let's go. Now, if I'm being honest, I don't usually have too much respect for airport hotels. I've stayed in some real doozies over the years. Shoebox size things, super loud, not very facility rich, and pretty much just functional spaces to just give you somewhere a little bit better than a terminal when you've got a long time to wait between flights or you've got an overnight or something like that. So I don't expect too much. Now, this is the exact opposite here at the OMO Kansai Airport Hotel. This place has got a much more luxury tip to it, and it has been kind of the opposite of all of those things. It's been a really cool stay. Now, if you watch my videos regularly, you'll know I like to start with having a look around the outside, the front. So let's do that. So here we are at the entrance. Now, obviously one of the big things in any airport hotel is how to get here. So the hotel does offer a free shuttle to the airport, but not from the airport. Now, the trip from the airport is actually not too bad at all. The actual airport is on an island just over there, one stop down the train station. And when you kind of come out of customs, you go through everything, you come out, it's really clearly signposted how to get to the trains. It's probably, couldn't even be a 5-minute walk. You basically go up to the second floor, you turn, you go across a overbridge that goes over kind of the drop-in, drop-off road, and you're at the train station straight away. I just literally tapped my credit card. I didn't even bother trying to get a ticket. It came in reasonably late at night. I just wanted to get there. So just tapped my credit card, went down, jumped on the train, went one station. We were here within 10 minutes. And that is the train station right there that you can see. So you just kind of walk out of the train station, go to the exit 5, come out, and before you know it, there's the hotel. So really easy to get to and from, no problems at all. And like I said, on the way back, they'll drop you off. So even better when you're trying to make your plane in the morning. All right, let's go inside. So one of the cool things about the OMO hotels from Hoshino Resorts is that they've all got something quirky and different about them. That's one of their things. So the theme for this hotel is sky high fun, obviously tying closely into the airport theme, and you'll see it the whole way around. There's so many lovely little touches and design elements to make you feel like you're kind of in a terminal or flying. It leans into the idea that people are off on adventure. And yeah, they've done a really good job with it. It's just cool everywhere you look. So you can see here, for example, with all the baggage tags on the wall here. And as we step into the lobby, which I think is quite beautiful, you'll see it in some of the design elements. Obviously you can see the plane over there, and the lighting on the roof there that's made to look like the jet engine propeller blades, if you've ever seen one. Very cool, nice big curved seating. So a lot of automated check-in stuff. Mine actually didn't work, it didn't find my name, so I'm not sure why, but it was pretty quickly sorted by the staff, who were very friendly and very eager to help, even though there's a little bit of a delay checking in as a result of my name not popping up. They found it soon enough and we're up in our room. And that's the check-in counters over there. So one of the things that the OMO chain does is it has its own kind of bespoke knickknacks. This includes, for example, these pillows. So they're different, I'm told they're different in each hotel. And see the one that we've got in our room. There's also, for example, these little airplane themed cups. They're also in the room as well. They've also got down here in the shop a few bits and pieces from the local area. So like literally around this area in terms of the sauces and some of the food and bits and pieces. So if you want to get stuff that's specific to this kind of region of the world, they've got it here in this little shop, which is pretty handy, I think, especially if you're, about to go home and you need to get some last-minute souvenirs or something like that. You can. Now, super interesting. They've got an amenities box out the front here, so you can grab what you need rather than just dumping it in all the rooms. Interesting theory. I haven't come across something like this before, but I'm fine with it because I would not use any of these things, so why waste them in my room? Toothbrushes, hairbrush, razor, bits and pieces that you may need. A neat little idea, right? I think it is. And you've got children's stuff over here as well. There's quite a few families here, I've noticed. Green tea. All right. Now here's a floor map. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you down to floor 1, show you what's down there, which is kind of the lounge area. Then we're going to go have a look at the public bath, which is epic, and the laundry. Then we'll go have a look at the rooftop bar and the OMO dining experience. I didn't have the dining, but I did have breakfast, so I'll show you that. And then we'll go to the room. Notice that there's a microwave and an ice machine and a water service. There's actually a sign that says don't drink the water out of the taps, which I'm a bit surprised by, but they do have filtered water in all the hallways, so you can just go do that, which is fine, it's a great touch. But before we do all that, I just want to show you the convenience store and the baggage room, which are on this floor. So we're on floor 2 because we came in on the overpass from the railway. Floor 1 is the actual street level. So I'll just take you through here because the baggage room is so cool. Oh, this is actually neat. So it's got the convenience store, Lawson's, which is just here with drinks, food, snacks, whatever you need. Like I said, there's microwaves upstairs on the floors. And you can actually go into the shop from the hotel, which is neat, right? And then in here with the baggage room, they've done this as a storage place to look like you're in the airport, as you can see. And then you can come in here and there's, so obviously a lot of people transitioning, transiting, maybe you've got 16 hours between your flights or something like that. To have this space in here, the full packing table, locks for all your cases, is just so awesome. What a great idea this is. It just creates the exact type of flexibility you want from an airport hotel. You can come in here, leave all your luggage, go off, catch the train anywhere you want, go explore Osaka, come back, get on your plane. Booyah. Such a great feature to have here. Even got a weighing machine as well. Yeah, very, very cool. So that's the baggage room. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump up. Oh, actually we'll go down first and I'll show you what's down on floor 1. Okay, so here we are down on floor 1. Now this is it's kind of like a service floor really. So it's not a floor you'll come in on, you come in on floor 2. But down here there's kind of lower exit and entrance to the street proper. And also their kind of business space. So if you want to come and relax or get some actual kind of work done, you can come down here. You've got charging seats and some little booths here where you can sit and get some work done. It's a bit difficult in the rooms because they don't have table and chairs that easily accessible. They do, but I'll show you. So that's pretty much all there is down on floor 1. Let's jump up to floor 3. Okay, so here we are up on floor 3, which is dominated by the public bars. And these are awesome. So here, the OMO public bars. We've got the ladies on this side, gentlemen on this side. There's quite a few interesting rules and bits of etiquette that'll be kind of curious to Australians. In terms of like, you're not allowed to put your hair in the water, for example, and things like that. But let's go have a look inside the public bars because it's pretty awesome in there. It's pretty amazing. You've got this in an airport hotel. Okay, so after you come through the toilets you come into the public bar section, you've got a sauna here. I'll show you that quickly. We've got towels already pre-draped, which is interesting. Over here we've got the water bath. Cold bath scenario. Is it cold? Oh, it's cold. And then we've got a range of different baths. So we've got this one here, a carbonated bath. And we have an electric bath, which is supposed to be quite good for a massage experience. I'm gonna all very nice, isn't it? And then over here you got a whole range of little set-up booths for cleaning your feet and so forth. Pretty nice little setup. And then there's also an outdoor area. I'll quickly show you. Little showers here. So indoor, outdoor, really nice, isn't it? Really nicely done. And little bars over here as well. And I'd say the temperature here is probably about, close to 30, 20, 26, 27, something like that. A little bit cool. Oh, no, about the same there as well. It's a really nice outdoor space. Done a really good job. It's such a nice little perk, isn't it, to have something like this in your airport hotel. Fantastic. Now, also up here, we have the laundry, which has quite a few machines actually. From what I can tell, it's all self-dosing, you can see, and it looks to me, if I'm reading it right, 100 and 400. So 500 to do a wash and dry, which is less than $5 Australian if you get caught, especially if you're transitioning between countries. All right. Okay, so here we are on floor 21, which is we're going to find the OMO dining experience and the Yona Yona moonwalk. Now, the OMO dining experience is an evening and it's breakfast mostly, and I think it does evening dinners, although it wasn't open last night, I noticed. But I did have the buffet breakfast, I'm going to show you that, and then we'll go up and have a look at the craft beer experience. Okay, so here we are at the entrance. As we come in here, it's a unique buffet. I've never had one like this before. Really awesome location, super Japanese, and yeah, I really like it. Very different. So you get a tray, and you almost build like a bento box style scenario, grabbing different plates at different stations and putting together the food that you want. Now over here you've got the pancakes. This guy makes pancakes right in front of you. There's a salmon option, or you can just get a plain pancake and then dress it up over here with your own ingredients. They've got just classic cream, but they've also got the original whipped cream flavoured with Osaka's famous mixed juice. I don't know what that is, but a whole bunch of different fruit purees and toppings that you can put onto your pancakes to get things that look a bit like this. So definitely one of the highlight features. Got a little bit of cereal here. That's the only cereal I've found. It's actually kind of a bit granola-y. It's not too bad at all. Some yogurt, fruit, and some savoury over here, including some local stuff. So not the Danish, but this meat bread. It's quite nice. And they've also got this melon bread over here, which is interesting. Okay. So it's quite busy, as you can see. I'll try and do my best for you. So we've got some potato and fried chicken over here. This is quite nice, a pumpkin gratin. Some noodles. We've got some soup, sausages, bacon and eggs. Now, one of the things that isn't so great, I'm assuming it's a culture thing, is that all the hot food is cold. So the eggs are cold, bacon's cold, the sausages are hot. Some of it's hot, but things that you expect to be hot aren't. So a few salads over here. The carrot salad is really nice. Some chicken, onion, corn, tomato, and the pasta as well. Over here we have rice and some miso soup. And you can see here it's kind of like a bit, I don't know, bistro-y. Trying to get your own cutlery and all your bits and pieces and then put together your plate and walk off. And then at the end you're expected to put your plate, return your plate for the cleaners. So yeah, different. Definitely not like a resort, but it's still quite cool. Okay, over here we have some grilled fish, some eggplant, a Japanese omelette, which again is cold. These sticky salads, weird onion fritters, some mackerel, and some udon. Other side. Over here, we've got some steamed vegetables. Some shumai. Tofu, which is quite nice actually. And some rice porridge. And then over the other side, we have just some drinks, including some interesting juices, green tea, apple juice, and some grape and peach. And then down here, you'll have some coffee stations. These wrap all the way around, so it's easy to get a coffee. I really like how they provide a takeaway, so you can take a takeaway coffee with you. And the coffee's all right. It's not amazing, but it's all right. And there's an alcohol counter here, but I think this is because OMO dining at night time unfolds here, so I'm assuming it's to do with that. It's like cocktail machines or something. And some Suntory. Yeah, so that's the outlook. I'll just show you the space, because you've got quite a view, so we'll go have a look out the window. So you've pretty much got like a, not quite 360, but not too far, but opportunity here to have a look at the Osaka landscape. At the water over here, and all the tables and chairs are set up to basically allow you to look out at this fantastic view. So for the record, that island across there, I don't know if you can see it through the glass, that is the airport. So it is an airport hotel, it's very close to the airport, but I haven't seen or heard a single plane. It's just one stop down the train station line. You have a look at all the seating down here. And I'll just show you around the corner. This is pretty cool. See, you flip this over, so it says, I'm eating, you leave it up, and when you're done, I'm finished. So a few more coffee machines around here, and then you've got what I think is the better view. It's actually, I think, faces away from the city. The Ferris wheel there, and then you've got all these lounges all going all the way down. So quite a lot of space, even though there's a lot of people here. So yeah, look, I think it's a really fun buffet. I've tried a whole bunch of stuff I've never had before, and it's just a very quirky and different experience compared to your classic Western buffet breakfast experiences, which is a thumbs up from me. Now let's get out to the world. Yeah, so onto the craft beer experience at the Yoniona. You can see you've got a nice kind of entrance here, I think. And you go up on the second floor. Now I tried their limited edition dark beer, a chocolate beer. It was really quite nice. They're going to do tasting panels. You can get some food up there as well. And it's a pretty awesome view out over the town. I just can't think of anything cooler than having a brewery on the roof of your hotel. And like the public baths, it's just something I wouldn't expect from an airport hotel, and I'm just stoked for it. And the beers are delicious, so it's definitely a positive to try and nick up there and at least have a beer between whatever else you're doing in Osaka. Okay, so here we are from floor 19, which is where I'm staying. Really low roof. Otherwise, it looks okay. I like the patterns on the floor. I like the red lifts. Very warm lighting, but tends to be the way in hotels. Just notice here says there's an event on up in the restaurant. So I just want to show you. So this is my room here, 1917. But just around the corner, and I think this is on every floor, we have the hydration station, which is like classic Japanese minimalism right there. But you got a microwave, which is great if you want to get some food from the convenience store downstairs, as well as an ice cold water creator and ice creator. So it's really handy, it's really great. Again, very thoughtful of the type of people and clientele you get in an airport hotel. All right, let's have a look at the room. So yeah, so it's a mix of Japanese and Western styles in here, and it's very different, so be prepared. Because if you're not sure what to expect, I'm sure you'll be a little caught off guard. I think it's really cool because it's right next to the airport hotel, but it's giving you that little taste of Japanese, just in case you're not even staying in Japan, you're just coming through for one night, right? So before we go into the room, let's have a look at the little walk-in wardrobe experience here. Some hanging space, as well as the safe, and here's how they do the towels. This is the bath towels. They're very, very small bath towels. They barely wrap around me. But they come in these little carry cases. It's really quirky and cool. All very organised. You can see it down here as well with the slippers, or the outdoor slippers, Crocs. In here, to continue being very Japanese, we have the toilet, which effectively does everything except talk to you. So it opens and closes and self-flushes, and also has a variety of bum gun scenarios to explore. Now, and in this way, we have a sliding door. We have, so this does close off here. A little sink, the hairdryer down the bottom, mirror. You've got the amenities you actually pick up downstairs, so you grab what you want from downstairs in terms of razors and toothbrushes and stuff like that. Like when through the check-in process, you just grab what you need rather than having stuff just sitting here. And then a bit of a see-through look into a wet room. Now the wet room includes this shower area here, and then an actual bath. So it's pretty good that you got both options. So you've got the bath option, you can just have a bath, or you can have the shower option. Now note that it's a hose only scenario, so no rainmaker, and the roof is quite low for me at 6'4". So this just blasts out at you, but it's got heaps of pressure. Temperature was great, and they've got the pump pack options including conditioner, which is good. So body wash, conditioner and shampoo. They don't shortchange you on conditioner, which lots do. And the water just shoots out of here right against this door, but it doesn't flood. So they've done a really good job with that. So yeah. I think for an airport hotel, it's a pretty spacious bathroom, and it's great that you've got the option of a bath and a shower. All right, so heading into this main room. So internet's good across the whole property. No problems there. It seems to work fine. Two negatives, which I will highlight straight away, is the aircon. Sorry. The air conditioning here, there's two actually aircons. There's an aircon here and an aircon here. So two separate controls for one that's in the roof over there and one that's in the roof over here. When we came into they're all run by the card at the door. You got to put the card in before it turns on, and it was a furnace when we walked in here. And so we had to run it on full fan just to kind of get the room down. The whole hotel actually has been quite warm inside, like too warm for me. The temperature, I'd drop it like 2 degrees at least, 3 degrees. It has eventually cooled down, but never really quite cooled down to where we want it. It stops on 23. You can't go any lower than 23. And I think 23 is just a little too warm for me. It was quite warm in here last night. Not unpleasant, didn't stop me from sleeping, but I would have liked to have been able to drop it just a little bit more. And then also over here, just to get the negatives out of the way, the light bleed scenario. So the room has a lot of light bleed. The curtain doesn't seal all the way. It's a bit strange considering that they've got all this space for the hanger to continue, but it stops there. So the room was, as soon as the sun came up, the room was quite bright and it shines right into your eyes in the bed. So that's the only problem. You're gonna have to wear an eye mask if you want to sleep in. May or may not be an issue for you. Okay, other than that, really cool. So you'll see the slippers down here. As you walk in, it's a no shoe zone. So you're supposed to take your shoes off before you go in. You've obviously got this great little setup over here with the, I guess, traditional Japanese seating. I love the flooring, I love the wood, I love the padding, I love the little cushions. It's all done to make you feel like, you're staying in a Japanese hotel or a Japanese house. But then you've got kind of more traditional Western style beds. Really quite comfortable. Probably I'd say medium to medium soft, but quite comfortable. Comfortable pillows. Comes with a little gown you can put on if you really want to immerse, and little OMO pillow, which is unique in each different OMO hotel. And then, just the one bedside table. So you have to share that with whoever you're sleeping with. And then power points, USB-A's, no USB-C's unfortunately, but a range of lighting. It's all pretty easy to follow. Lights the room up at night. And over here we have this kind of quirky little space. Again, I really quite like it. It's got that kind of minimalist, super functional shelving, bits and pieces of shelvings. The stool is not much of a workspace. It's pretty hard to even fold a laptop on that. It's like probably only a 400, maybe 500, 400 space. The urn, mirror, TV on the wall. I had a quick look through it. It didn't seem to have much in the way of English speaking channels. I couldn't find one. But it's got some really cool Japanese ads. And then some cups and also a little bar fridge down here, which was nice and quiet. Couldn't hear that. The aircon was pretty quiet too, although there's a kind of mechanical whirring sound in the wall, but it wasn't enough to disturb me. I could hear it, but it didn't bother me. And the only thing that it didn't really have is anywhere to put your bag. So you kind of got to like put it just on the floor. There's no bench. I'd love a bench just to put the bag on so it was off the floor when you want to go through your stuff, especially since you don't really want to unpack when you're in an airport hotel. And then in here, there's some more storage. I guess you could put your bag there if it wasn't for this, but there's also 2 futons here. So you can have up to 4 people in this room, which is also very handy. And it's kind of got that kind of Japanese, like, balsa wood style feel to it. Yeah. So obviously very small windows, but that's the whole building. It's not just this room. I noticed when I was outside looking up. So they don't use the real estate for windows like we would do in Australia, for example. It'd just be glass, floor to ceiling glass the whole way along. So you don't really get that much as much natural light as you easily could because there's so much wall real estate. But it adds to the charm. And you can see the view on this side of the building, at least anyway, that's out to the airport over there on the island. And yeah, nice big ocean views, which I also quite like. And you can see that's a shopping mall down there with Trial. And I believe that's another shopping mall over there with the Ferris wheel. So they're right there if you want to go shopping. And that little yellow building over there is actually a pretty fun restaurant called Joyful, I think it's called. But a robot waiter, it's very cool. If you're looking for somewhere to eat. Yeah, so that's a look at the room. So there you have it, guys. That is my review and tour of the OMO Kansai Airport Hotel from Hoshino Resorts. I think it's an absolute winner. It's such a thoughtfully designed hotel with some really, really lovely spaces. It makes the airport over there feel like it's a world away, and just the convenience of getting to and from it is just so good. The baggage room downstairs is such a huge help as well, I think, to a lot of people who will be going in transit. I think I've ticked a lot of boxes here. I don't really have too many complaints at all. So I think it's absolutely worth looking at if you're transiting here through Osaka, or just want to get out closer to the airport before you depart the day beforehand. The price, the room rates are really reasonable as well. It wasn't that expensive, and yeah, big thumbs up from me. Anyway, that's my review of the OMO Kansai Airport Hotel from Hoshino Resorts. Thank you very much for watching. Keep an eye on the channel. Always lots of content going up. Until next time, I'm getting back on the road. You.